lack of access to water and sanitation is at the heart of the problems facing slum dwellers in Nairobi City County, with the county reporting that only 48% of the city's population is connected to the sewer system. With a huge chunk of the population unconnected, poor drainage and pollution of rivers are not uncommon. But as Anita Nkoge reports, the government is implementing an ambitious plan to boost access to sanitation facilities in the next 5 years and rehabilitate the capital city's sanitation infrastructure.
Nairobi, often known as the Green City under the sun, is under massive redevelopment. From dedicated walkways to roads that rub shoulders with the skies. The aim of this huge infrastructure project is to decongest the roads and bring a semblance of order. According to the 2019 National Census, Nairobi has a population of roughly 4.3 million residents and 1.4 million households. A stark contrast to what it once was in 1963, soon after independence, with just 361,000 households. The population boom has put immense pressure not just on roads and housing, but also water supply and sanitation. The result is clogging and congestion. But now, in the same way a network of new roads is fixing the transport sector above ground, the Nairobi Regeneration Program is addressing the problem down below. Launched in 2017 and spearheaded by President Uhuru Kenyatta, the Nairobi Regeneration Program has several objectives, one of them being the improvement of the city's water and sanitation. The goal is to increase and enhance sanitation facilities for Nairobi residents. The Athi Waterworks, in collaboration with other stakeholders, has a solid plan to tackle the waste.
One of the major components of this program was to fix broken sewer lines to ensure that the unsewered estates, i.e. where we are in Roysambu, get reasonable sewerage infrastructure invested in so that we move away from indiscriminate disposal of sewerage wastewater.
Before the launch of the regeneration program, the city only had 46% coverage of sewer lines. It now has 48% coverage, with a clear plan to tackle the remainder.
At the end of this program, we may be able to reach about 65%, and ultimately by about the year 2030, we may be able to cover about 80% with the enhanced financing.
Part of the challenge is capacity for water treatment.
Within the city, we have two main wastewater treatment plants, Kariobangi wastewater treatment plant that accommodates about 32,000 cubic meters per day, and the Dollar Estate wastewater treatment plant that is popularly known as Luai, that is able to treat about 210,000 cubic meters per day. So principally, if you compare that one with the amount of water that is in the city, which is about 440,000 cubic meters per day, you realize that the sewerage network, the capacity to treat the wastewater is far below the water that we are supplying to the city.
4,000 acres of grab land has been reclaimed by the government for the expansion of the Dandora treatment plant. So far, over 35 kilometers of sewer lines have been constructed to serve over 200,000 people in Nairobi. 7 major roads and river crossings that once contributed to the pollution of rivers have been rehabilitated. Slums continue to benefit from the improvement of sanitation and the erection of garbage collection points.
Vile imebrokiwa wakati wa 1993 ikakufia hapo, sababu kila mtu alikuja anakuja nagonga, the end of the day ika collapse. Vile me collapse sasa ikakuwa mpaka watu watafuta njia mbadala.
Despite the success in fixing sewer lines, the ministry continues to face various number of challenges.
Encroachment, particularly on the riparian land, continues to be one of the big challenges that we come across as we move to implement this project. I'm reminded of several cases where we have been taken to court by residents who moved to riparian land, which land in itself is public land. Negotiating to move them to alternative places becomes a problem.
Transforming the city's water and sanitation infrastructure is an expensive exercise.
For now, we have partnered with our development partners, the African Development Bank and the French Development Bank, We have in place about, under the two programs, we have 20 billion this financial year to be able also to boost the efforts that we are doing and connect many more people and improve on the sewerage infrastructure.
The Ministry of Water, in collaboration with the Athi Waterworks and other stakeholders, aim to ensure Kendans join the world in attaining universal sanitation coverage by the year 2030. So in just a few years, the progress we see on the skyline will be a direct reflection of the beautiful network of sewer line underground. Anita Nkonge, NTV.